Ahead this morning on DC News Now, a violent weekend in the district.
Yeah, 5 shootings in one day, one of them deadly. What we know from police this morning. Plus, federal workers breathing a sigh of relief after Congress avoided a government shutdown. What's next in the negotiations?
And out there later on today, we're going to be tracking a warm up with high temperatures into the low 80s, several degrees above normal for this time of the year, and it's going to be even warmer tomorrow and Wednesday. I have the latest details with those numbers coming up.
And an arrest this weekend, nearly 30 years in the making, the latest in one of the most well-known cold cases in history.
The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
All right, time right now is 6 o'clock on this Monday morning. Taking a live look outside. Pretty nice start at the Tidal Basin. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. I'm Corey James.
And I'm Shanika Grimshaw in for Tanaya Wright this morning. We have Lex on traffic. She's going to be tracking your commute, which it seems pretty clear, right?
Pretty smooth all morning.
All right, pretty smooth.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed we're going to have a smooth week, Jackie.
Yeah, in terms of the forecast, yes, for the most part. I would say by Friday, that's our next best chance for some rain. But aside from that, the next several days will be dry and mainly sun-filled and warm. But let's talk about those temperatures out there this morning. A bit of a mild start, many of us into the 50s at this point. But we are starting off at 60 in Hagerstown. We're seeing 64 right now in D.C. We're upper 60s in Annapolis and Lexington Park, low 50s Manassas. Over towards Woodstock, that's one of the cooler spots on the map right now, coming in at 49 degrees. We have high pressure off towards our north and west. That will remain with us the next several days. That keeps us dry and quiet all the way through at least Thursday. By Thursday, though, we start to notice increasing cloud cover as that high pressure starts to exit the region, and then we'll start to notice a cold front swing through by Friday, and that will fire up the rain chances. Visibility has been reduced for some parts. We're down about a mile in Frederick. We are also seeing some reduced visibility back over towards parts of West Virginia at this hour as well. That fog will eventually lift. We'll see the mainly sun-filled skies out there through the day today. Will be sunny and warm with high temperatures in the low 80s. Just how long will this warm weather stick around? Of those details coming up. But Lex is here with the all-important look at those roadways. How's traffic at this hour?
All right, well, at 6 o'clock, looking pretty good. We're going to go ahead and check out some of these problem areas where we do see congestion build up throughout the morning. Typically here in Colesville, we know that typically does have lots of congestion. We already see a little bit of yellow starting to pop up here in the outer loop, but right now it's still looking all right. No slowdowns for drivers, just a lot more people on the road, so do be aware of that as you head out the door.
All right, Lex, thank you. Developing now in Fairfax County, police are looking for a person of interest after a woman's body is found inside a tent. Police found the body Saturday near Burke Lake Park and Fairfax Station. Now, authorities identified the Fairfax woman as 40-year-old Kara Abruscato. Investigators are now asking for the public's help locating Rami El Sayed. They say he is a person of interest in this case. There is no word yet on how the two knew each other. And the weekend saw a wave of violence across the district with 5 shootings over the span of 6 hours.
Yeah, DC News Now's Liberty Zabala is live at police headquarters with how police are working to get the violence under control. Liberty?
Shanika and Corey, this was a very violent weekend and police are struggling to keep up. This was the first time since 1997 where the district has experienced more than 200 homicides before reaching October. So let's break down all of the shootings that happened within hours of each other from overnight. This first shooting happened just before 11 p.m. on Shepherd Street Northwest. Police said to watch out for 2 black sedans seen fleeing that scene. Then just before midnight on M Street Northwest, a man was shot and suffered serious injuries. Next, at 12:30 p.m., a teenage girl was shot near Howard University. She suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Then just before 1 a.m., a man was grazed by a bullet on Wayne Place Street Southeast. And the last and final shooting officers responded to was on 13th Street Southeast. Officers said a 52-year-old woman was killed in a domestic incident and a 26-year-old suspect was arrested. Now, this wave of shootings comes after Acting Police Chief Pamela Smith addressed the City Council as part of her nomination process about how she plans to keep the city safe.
We have seen too many groups of youth and young adults committing strings of carjackings and robbery. From my first day as the acting chief of police, I have been working with the MPD team and our partners to develop and deploy tactics that will help us to interrupt these patterns and make our streets safer for everyone in Washington, D.C.
And Smith also said officers will continue weekly community walks and that 60 new closed-circuit cameras will be installed throughout the district by the end of this year. For now, live here in Northwest D.C., Liberty Zabala, D.C. News Now.
All right, Liberty, thank you. A man is in police custody in connection to the Addison Road Seat Pleasant Metro Station shooting. That double shooting last week left 2 people injured. 25-year-old D'Angelo Walker is being charged with attempted second-degree murder. Police say Walker turned himself in yesterday morning. And Metro says all yellow and blue line train service is back up and running. Service was disrupted yesterday afternoon between the Potomac Yard and National Airport stations. Metro says that was due to signal problems. This was also the same area of a track where a train carrying about 50 people derailed Friday. In your time now, 6:05. Over the weekend, President Biden signed the spending bill that will keep the government running for about 45 days.
Yeah, it was a major turnaround in the House to get that short-term bill passed. It also received major editing as it went through the Senate. Now, here's what parts of the bill made to the president's desk. The bill funds the government and other programs like the FAA for another 45 days. It ends financial support for Ukraine, which was a huge issue GOP lawmakers have been fighting against. It also increases the budget for federal disaster assistance by $16 billion, the full request of the president. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy addressed Congress before the vote, urging the solution to be done.
There has to be an adult in the room. I am going to govern with what is best for this country.
Congress will need to revisit the budget again in the coming weeks. Pushback from the right is expected after their demands were ultimately ignored in order to reach a bipartisan solution before the deadline. And this week, a harsh critic of House Speaker Kevin McCarthy plans to make good on his threat to remove the California Republican from his leadership post. Representative Matt Gaetz says he will use a procedural tool to remove McCarthy from office. This after McCarthy relied on Democrats to provide the necessary votes to fund the government. The motion to vacate procedure has only been used twice in the past.
And meanwhile, President Biden says the stopgap bill to avoid a government shutdown is good for Americans. However, he blasted Republicans for what he calls a needless crisis.
But folks, the truth is we shouldn't be here in the first place. We shouldn't have gotten here in the first place. It's time to end governing by crisis and keep your word when you give it in the Congress.
The government will stay funded until November 17th under the bill, and it will then need approval again.
Some new laws are in place in Maryland, and they include changes to gun laws and domestic disputes. Now, one law repeals a spousal defense law that bans prosecuting a spouse for rape or certain sexual offenses. As for the new gun laws, you will not be able to carry a concealed handgun at schools, healthcare facilities, government buildings, or stadiums. Hate crime victims will also now be able to sue for crimes against them. And there are some changes to drug policies as well. Hospitals will be required to test for fentanyl to assess a patient's condition, and a law will grant immunity from legal consequence to anyone experiencing a medical emergency after substance use.
And D.C. is also seeing a slew of new laws take effect. Businesses in D.C. are now banned from going cashless. Businesses who don't accept cash will face a civil penalty. Also happening in D.C., people with disabilities will receive more funding. As of yesterday, those residents will get an extra $50 a month. And federal health officials are now recommending the government to reclassify marijuana. That could be a crucial step towards national legalization. Marijuana is currently classified as a Schedule I controlled substance. That means the Drug Enforcement Administration considers it high potential for abuse. Dropping the classification to Schedule III means the substance has a moderate to low potential for physical and psychological dependence.
The Biden administration is taking steps towards student loan forgiveness. This comes as student loan payments returned yesterday for the first time in 3 years. Now, the next step moves toward a more narrowed effort for relief as opposed to mass relief. The process could take until next year to finalize. Policy considerations will be discussed at the first Student Loan Relief Committee. That's on October 10th and 11th.
And Kaiser Permanente employees could move forward with a strike this week. Parties had until the end of day yesterday to reach an agreement. Healthcare workers across the DMV have been sounding the alarm about declining patient service and care at Kaiser. But union members say company executives have been unwilling to acknowledge worsening working conditions and financial strain placed on hospital support staff.
Everybody's struggling. Everybody's burnt out. It's just not fair to the patients. They deserve better.
Kaiser Permanente says its top priority is to reach an agreement with workers.
Former President Donald Trump is expected to make an appearance in a New York courtroom today where his civil trial is beginning. Now, a judge recently ruled that Trump routinely committed fraud against banks, insurance companies, and other agencies by falsifying the value of his assets. It's part of a years-long investigation by New York Attorney General Letitia James. James is seeking $250 million in penalties, as well as a ban against Trump from doing business in New York. All right, a developing story we're following this morning. A suspect is in police custody in connection to the killing of rapper Tupac Shakur nearly 30 years ago. Yeah, police say 60-year-old Dwayne Kefidi Davis was arrested and charged with murder. Police say Davis was arrested early Friday morning. Investigators say he isn't the accused gunman, but described as the ringleader in the shooting. Davis is related to one of Shakur's known rivals. Police executed a warrant back in July at Davis's house. Detectives found computers, a cell phone, pictures, and several bullets.
It changes history. We've been treating Tupac's murder as an unsolved case, and it will no longer be perceived or presented that way.
And in his 2019 memoir, Davis admitted he provided the gun that killed Shakur back in 1996.